Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Black. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
As Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Young's throw going into the hands of Williams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
First down, Panthers. Shot, 17.
Throwing, Young. Flushed out right. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Young on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Young. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. That throw by Young incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, They actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hardy. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. The Falcons are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 10 seconds. Ready?
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Ritter off the play fake. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. In motion right, that's Hardman. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and short, Ritter. That pass is caught by Hardy. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
This out quickly to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young now. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 18 on the play. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And I don't think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Young. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. It's Young off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Past the 20. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play.
But puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Down at the 25. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hardy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Ritter. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready? Ready?
Now Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Hardy. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Patrick Queen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll find Williams on the slant. 11 yards for number 11. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Drill 52.
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Yellow.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night.
These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Ready.
On second down now. It's Hardy. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ritter here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Hardy. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. Hardy, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 35. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On play action, here's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Ritter now. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you drafted.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, Ritter. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And Young's throw there incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got a full head of steam. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Williams. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, it's Hardy. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Ritter. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, Young. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The play fake. Now Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Young. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Here we go.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
That's the first down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Bryce Young keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Bootlegging out here. Ritter rolling to his left. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness of the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Young. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back to it after the pick 6. Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
First down, Carolina.
Young working out of the gun. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It'll be Young again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score and win, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind